Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Ball Knowledge podcast. As always, I'm your host, Osman. I'm joined by MK, who has his camera on now. I'm joined by Aslam again, and newcomer Krishan. Today we will be going through our go through all the weekend fixtures of the first week of the Premier League, as well as talking about other talking points such as Souness and the Kane/Pogba issue, and our team of the week. Are you ready, boys?
Yes.
All right. First game of the week was Brentford 2, Arsenal 0.
Wow.
Brentford opened the scoring 22 minutes in by Kanos, and then 73rd minute with Norgard. Arsenal just looked out of their depth all game long, really. What did we all think?
We called it, innit? We said it from we knew that they're going to lose.
Yeah.
No, it's typical Arsenal, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
But Brentford knew what to play, though. Like, they just hit it long, win second balls. It's easy. It's not hard to play against Arsenal. Just win your second balls, be physical, and then they're right. Just basically rely on set pieces, and that's it, really. But they're very easy to target.
They did play a relatively strong team as well, though. They played, Pepe, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, obviously their normal keeper, Tierney. It was only their striker and Saka who was really missing.
Yeah,
then Aubameyang or Lacazette. But Balogun was a joke there. Did you see how many touches he had? I think he must have had the lowest in the game.
The step back just had him in his pockets because the step up from youngsters, your normal centre backs who will be more physical and will kick you more than your average youngster would. He's just, and I don't blame that on him. Obviously, he looks like he could be good for the future, but he looked out of his depth, and I think Lokonga, their new signing, but their back line is so bad. It just begs the question why Gabriel's Pablo Mari got violated by Tony all game.
Ben White.
What about Ben White?
Ben White. Here's the problem with Ben White, right? And I think they brought it up on Sky, right? All the top, if you go through all the top 6 clubs and then you go through even your mid-table club, most people are comfortable on the ball. It's not like 20 years ago when people were crapping themselves about getting the ball to their feet, turning and playing progressively. Now most the defenders can. The problem is the actual defending part, because as everyone said, the quality of defenders seems you don't have as many top quality defenders anymore. So it's not about being good on the ball, it's about having great positioning, tackling, being physical. And Ben White is not very imposing.
No, not at all, man. He's a bit of a fairy, I call him. He's not really those sturdy centre backs like your Van Dijk, White. He's easy. He's he's got the worst aerial success rate at Brighton. So we knew that he was very weak in the air. So I was not surprised when he got 40% aerial success rate. I knew that already. Not surprised.
What did we think of Brentford's first goal? Obviously, Arsenal was really stupid in defence, with Chambers failing to clear the ball off the back line and everything. It was completely useless for them.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was so terrible because Sergio. I'm pretty sure Sergio kind of scored.
Do you remember when AFTV went, Callum Chambers, best English centre back, he should be in the England squad?
They'll say Rob Holding was all that.
Rob Holding. Where was he? Oh my gosh.
I was thinking, no way, Rob Holding, Callum Chambers. Come on, these are not. They don't even belong at Arsenal, even though Arsenal fell off recently. They're not Arsenal level centre backs. They're at best Brighton level, Norwich. They are definitely not the top 10 centre backs. They are terrible.
Even their attack, they looked a joke. When Saka came in, he did create a few chances, but
obviously they were missing Aubameyang and Lacazette, but they had 22 shots and only 4 on target all game.
Well, what can you do against Championship promoted defence? If they can't even score against them, what are they going to do against the top sides?
But then was it because Aubameyang and Lacazette were out, or is it because Balogun was playing basically his first Premier League game, he wasn't ready for it?
It's the same issues as last season. Do you remember the Spurs game under Mourinho where they had like the most crosses ever, and Arteta was like, "Look at that, you've got so many crosses, man. Eventually, we're going to score." The same thing. All the crossing is not inherently a bad thing, right? But they don't cross with a purpose, especially when you've got no one like attacking. Like Tierney was actually all right, I think. He created a few chances, but like you can't just cross aimlessly. Look at City cross with a purpose. Liverpool cross with a purpose. It's not just us floating the ball into the box. You have a target and you have a way to maximize your front line's like attacking potential. Arsenal don't do that. They just hit and hope.
Yeah. I will say the second Brentford goal was just classic goal scoring against Arsenal, a long throw into the box that they couldn't defend properly.
Oh my god.
Flashback to Rory
Oh,
Delap.
like
Yeah.
Who was at the back post? Was it Tierney, I think?
Yeah.
I think it was
think
him,
so.
and then obviously the defender just came running and headed it in.
But Leno couldn't even catch him. Like, he got manhandled. Like, he was just a little bully. He's like, I think he tried to hold somebody and she allowed the ball to bounce over him. I'm like, this goalkeeper ain't serious. They sought Emmy Martinez for him.
Leonard
Yeah.
as well.
Good grief.
Yeah, Martinez was right. He went to a bigger club.
He did.
They lost as well. So he should shut his mouth.
All right. Well, so Brentford as a whole, they looked good, but Arsenal just looked out of the element all game. Ivan Toney, regardless of the fact he didn't score, he did look really good all game.
Yeah, he had a couple chances as well there.
Yeah.
He could have buried a couple, but yeah.
He held the ball up well, though. He held the ball up.
I think that's a good point. You don't have to score to have a good game. He held the ball up. He bullied their defense, and he constantly made runs. It forced Arsenal into mistakes because they thought, "Oh my gosh, he's coming back again."
They could not handle
it, which is good.
All right. The second game of the weekend, the 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday. Man United 5, Leeds 1.
I was at that game, actually. Yeah, I was at that game.
Yeah. I was going to say, what did you think of the game?
Obviously, when Varane got announced, I knew he was going to win. Like, when announcement like Varane comes out of nowhere, everyone's up for it. So I was like, this is cool. But we started off well, but we weren't scoring. And then Bruno scored, and I was like, this is cool. Then Luke Ayling scored one of the best goals. He scored a screamer. Like,
that was a goal.
And after then, we responded quickly with Pogba to Greenwood, and then from then we just took them apart. It was
But what about before Bruno's first goal, Pogba's chance?
Yeah, he should have scored that.
What do you think?
Yeah,
of that?
you could have scored a lot more than just 5 goals.
We could have battered them. We could have battered them.
Greenwood's play for that Pogba chance was really good. It showed a big step up from last season as well.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly improving, and his link up and hold up plays and improving as well, which is positive to see.
Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got past one of the defenders quite neatly, looked around, and he didn't rush it. He progressed the ball, and then he played a nice pass into Pogba, which I thought was a goal. I thought, and you know that short chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a goal, though. 100%.
I realized, guys.
But Ayling scored a great goal. Leeds, they looked out of the element, but they did lose 6-1 at Old Trafford last season.
Yeah.
It's improvement.
Man United love to attack them because they know Leeds are just going to go all out, try attack them and win at Old Trafford.
Yeah, they play right to our hands. Really.
Yeah. Because with their man marking system, it just means everyone's got one man. So if you pinpoint Pogba and Bruno had last time in the 0-0 he had the Yorkshire Pirlo on him, but he wasn't fit, so they played Ruben Koch, who's like a defender, in the DM role to hold him.
What was his name, sorry?
Ruben Koch.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to say his name. But
the Pogba Bruno link up was incredible. Pogba forces Bruno 3 goals, a hat trick.
That was great to watch. Pogba got 4 assists. I think that's the first man I played to do that. He was really, really good. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, I don't know. I knew people obviously you lot think I'm a Bruno hater, but I know Bruno Fernandes. but I know Bruno Fernandes is a top player, so he's not world class. Yeah, could be world class, but he's not now. No, he's not.
We'll see by the end of the season. We'll see.
He's close, though. He's not far off. We just need that couple big games where he's there, carries us, then that's it.
So what do you think?
And a winning
Pogba is,
trophy, yeah? But obviously comfortably. Definitely.
Okay, cool. He's-
Fourth, isn't it? But yeah, but back to the topic though, Pogba Bruno, that link up was crazy. But
Yeah.
I'm not really surprised because Pogba Bruno, Rashford, obviously when Rashford's back, Pogba Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Cavani, they all link up very well and Greenwood. So I
forgot
would,
another name.
yeah, and Sancho will,
Yeah.
when Sancho comes into the team, it should be easy to link up with. Like it's good chemistry. There's no egos. Like everybody works well together.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're hyping up Pogba. I expect that from 100 million, man. Before Graham Souness said, not me. He's an idiot as well, man.
We'll get to that.
Like, bro,
We'll talk about him now.
that pissed me off so much.
Well, now
It's so
Yeah, go
unnecessary. Like, it's not like this for getting 4 assists in a game. And not just, it's not like, do you know that Messi goal where Busquets just like passes it to him and then Messi goes past 4 goals? It's
Yeah.
not like Pogba did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He played like 4 great passes
The one for
to get
Greenwood
each goal. And it's like, you can just pipe down a little bit, man. Because it's not like, if you're judging everyone by their price tag, then never compliment Van Dijk. Don't compliment Ronaldo.
Yeah.
With Messi,
Exactly.
look at his wages. You can't compliment him. I expect that. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk about these players. But the thing is, he does.
Mm.
Everyone else, he will compliment. It's just Pogba where he gets you. No, I expect that from 100 million, man.
He's
Just wait
like-
till wins. Just wait till wins a Premier League. It's fine.
I
Maybe
expect
next
that from
summer.
100 million, man, too.
Yeah, he'll probably say that. So, yeah, that's what he will say, you know. If let's say Pogba does win the league, like, oh, 2 for 5 years.
No, you will
Get
say
out of
that.
here, man.
We'll
You
see.
can tell he's getting pressed as well when he's like, oh, can we not talk about Man City? Let's talk about Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
How are Chelsea
Yeah.
relevant?
There was
Like,
no relevance.
bro.
Chelsea, City Tottenham game, innit? The man talked about Chelsea. I knew for sure from then.
He starts bringing up, oh, I never called him a set. Yeah, he did. Or he's the most professional. What do you expect? Do you want him to like start drinking alcohol at 9 in the morning? What do you want him to do? Like, you turn up for training, which he, you know, he took extra time just to, number one, miss the game, and number two, not to train. So I don't know how you can be professional after that. Pogba's never done that, but he always got onto Pogba for what Mimi Raiola did. Raiola does that with everyone. Like,
Exactly.
that's why that's why no club like him, because he's always trying to push his own agenda. And Pogba's never gone out and said, yeah, I want to leave Man United. Kane not only told Gary Neville, he told the entirety of YouTube, and he told his teammates at the England camp. He went around to everyone saying, guys, I want to go to Man City. Guys, I want to go to Man City. How is that professional, please?
They called him a saint. It was Gary Neville that called him a saint.
Yeah.
Yeah, typical.
The English media bias is so bad.
It's ridiculous.
It's
He's the
so
captain of
bad.
England. Oh, who cares? Even though it's off topic, remember when Maguire went to Greece when Mykonos,
Oh yeah, last summer.
Yeah.
they were defending him a lot. I'm like, imagine
Yeah,
if
everyone was like,
Raheem Sterling
Imagine
went
if
there.
Pogba, Sterling,
Yeah.
Saka,
It would have been a long
Rashford.
day. If it was Sterling, somebody like Pogba, Sterling,
Rashford,
they had a
Salah.
fight with the police. They were still talk about it to this day. But they allowed Maguire like at least a week after. I'm like, yeah, this is just typical English bias, isn't it? But I'm never surprised anyway. So whatever Graham
I like
Souness says,
standing up for him there.
who Graham Souness.
No, Michael Richards. I like the
Yeah.
way
Yeah,
he
that was
stood up.
good. That was
That's why representation matters, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Look,
he finally stood up. Like somebody said something like this was too much. Like him
Yeah.
saying, yeah, Greenwood was good, yeah, but him just saying Greenwood was our best player. Like what?
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you praise Bruno?
At least say Bruno to just make it a bit slightly less.
Did you not praise Bruno at all? I don't think he did he?
No,
I don't think so. I think it was just because they were surprised they didn't say Pogba was the best player in the game.
Yeah.
Because regardless of the fact that what he expects it from 100 million man, 4 assists in a game is unheard of. It doesn't happen that often for you to just wipe it to the side and say, "Oh no, Greenwood did really well as a centre forward in that game."
Yeah, yeah, obviously Greenwood did well, but like 4 assists from Pogba, like come on.
Yeah, and
They say,
he
oh,
played
yeah.
exceptional as well.
He
You
was
can't
great.
say he
was
didn't.
great. Yeah, 100%.
I think it's weird that Pogba gets more support from a Man City legend
Yeah.
than
Then it's good.
Man United legend. Like, bro, support your own guy. What are you doing?
The Gary Neville just hates him. Like, he's just weird.
I know they'll carry on the exact same thing if he does eventually leave. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's been waiting to leave for a long time. Now it finally happened. He should be happy and stuff."
If Pogba wins the Ballon d'Or,
You know,
and then leaves, they'll be like, "Oh, look at that. he just played well to get a move. And look at him, he's gone. He never liked Man United, even though he spent, 6 years? And this is the first title-winning squad you guys have built around him.
Yeah.
Even though we still need a DM, in my opinion.
Yeah, we definitely do need to do it, but we're closer than ever before. And then he's more willing to stay now than ever before because he actually built a team. But if he did that 3 years ago, there would never be any hint of going. We've got teams competing. But nope, would have had already, isn't it?
All right, we'll move on. First of the 3 o'clock games on this Saturday. Leicester 1, Wolves 0. With Vardy scoring the only goal in the game.
Vardy's goal was good.
Oh yeah, I like that goal. Yeah, it was a tough. It was nice. It was a nice flick.
Following Vardy's goal, did you see his celebration?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
Howling at the Wolves fans.
He's so good to the Premier League, man.
He's one of the last dying breed of shithouses.
Yeah.
You need that.
We need more. Where are they at? We need more of them.
I thought Traore looked really bad in the game. He's got pace, but he can't shoot. 2 clear chances in the entire game. One went wide, and one went straight to Schmeichel.
Yeah, Adama, it's like a bit like Dan James. I think these two are wing backs. They're not really wingers.
And Salah. Joking.
Yeah, but Traore was terrible. Did he not get like 0 cross complete or something?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Leicester did look really good, but at the end of the game, Wolves did pile on the pressure quite a lot. It did good not to concede a goal, but Wolves were good. Now that they're in a new period with a new manager and new players, and I think they did show a sort of fight coming into the end of the game.
I think it was good from Leicester though,
because they soaked it up quite well.
Yeah, and centre back wise, they're not drowning in happiness considering Fofana got injured. So to hold on at the back shows some resilience. Maybe it bodes well for the future, but then they'll go 20 matches unbeaten and then lose the last 18 because that's just the way Leicester end the season.
Yeah.
Or Brendan Rodgers does.
Brendan Rodgers can't finish the season.
I hope he does, but
I hope he doesn't.
He just doesn't. He just doesn't. That's the thing.
Well, not this season because Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, they're definitely going to be top 4.
Surely one of them will probably bottle it fully.
No, I don't think. I can't see.
Surely.
Yeah, I feel like most seasons we're always this is going to be a title race, and then either someone runs away with it, or the ones that were like, these guys are certs, they always crumble away.
Surely this season is the season now. At least 2 title.
At least 2 should be City and another, obviously, but
I'll say Liverpool.
I don't know. It's just one of the other 3. Let's just say a big player gets injured for one of us. So for us, let's say Bruno, Pogba, and then obviously Liverpool again with Van Dijk or Salah. And then with Chelsea, let's just say, I don't know, Kante or Lukaku again. Now.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a different story.
I think, regardless, different from the other seasons, I don't think, by the time March or something comes, there'll be a clear winner. At least I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think it will be a clear winner. I think it will be right to the wire, hopefully. At least
if it's right to the wire, that would be interesting, but I doubt it's going to go straight to the final day.
I mean, it could if it's just 2. It could.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it happen.
I think 4 will be there for the last 10 weeks at least, and then someone drops, and then it's 3, and then you hit 5 weeks, another drop.
Let's just hope all 4 of us are still there by Christmas, though.
Yeah.
But I'm not
I
sure.
hate Christmas with everyone's little, if this team is top by Christmas.
But we top. I swear we were top.
We've been top 4 times at Christmas. And we've
which team is top?
Wait, which team was top last Christmas?
We were top last Christmas.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was Liverpool,
Because we beat Tottenham just before Christmas.
Yeah.
The league, I think.
Everyone forgets that. Everyone goes, Liverpool were back. We were fine up until Matip got it, and then we were still coasting, and then Fabinho got it, and then we had no centre back. So we had to play Henderson and Reece Williams.
Oh my god.
Second game of the 3 o'clocks. Brighton beat Burnley away from home 2-1. I would Tarkowski opened up the scoring 2 minutes in, but it was kind of a controversial goal for Burnley because it looked like he did push Mopé to the ground to score it. Did anyone think it should have been disallowed, or you think it was just fine?
I think because the new rules now, I think it should.
Yeah, because under last season they said that they would remove it, but now they're like, yeah, you can play on, and I like that.
Yeah, I like that definitely.
On the whole, I agree with most of the referee decisions, aside in the West Ham game, which will come.
Yeah, I will say Brighton's defending at the start of the game just didn't look good, not at all.
Maybe
then
Ben White, maybe.
Maybe.
Big difference in mix.
Second half comes 72 minutes. Jay Moura comes on for Ozate. A minute later, gets the assist for Mopé's equaliser. And then 76th minute, brings on McAllister for Trossard, and 78 he goes and scores for Brighton. The super subs worked out well for them today. Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, but have Brighton made any signings though? I haven't really seen. When I was watching the highlights, I don't really see anybody new.
I don't think they did any out of the ordinary big signings or anything. They might have signed a few loan players here and there. I'm not too sure, but Brighton, as we know, last season had quite a high expected goals for every single game, and if they can convert it, then they will be sort of a problem for the Premier League, at least top 10.
Yeah, they need a gunman up top, like a striker, that can actually finish.
What did they even do with the 50 million they got from Ben White? Are they just holding on to it and just waiting?
They spent it on the midfielder. Enoch Mwepu from
Yeah.
And then they bought a keeper, I think.
He went off quite early though into the game, didn't he? Like a half time for Lallana or something.
Yeah, he went off half time.
Yeah, Brighton. I didn't think Brighton were going to lose that game after Burnley scored.
No.
Burnley
played all right for the first half.
They had quite a lot of chances as well.
Yeah. I think Burnley always start slow anyway. They're not really a fast starter. Notoriously, I swear.
They're typically slow, but I think if he can just get one signing, just give him one the Brighton board, and I think Sean Dyche will be fine. I mean, he's working scraps here, poor guy.
All right, to the third of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Chelsea. Pretty much dismantled Palace 3-0.
Domination.
Alonso free kick, Pulisic before the half time, and then Chalobah was great goal.
Yeah, it meant a lot because it was his debut in it, and then, he wanted to say, I want to make it at Chelsea. He wanted to go and then again get sold permanently. So him scoring his goal in his debut, that meant a lot for him. It was a good goal. There was proper squeak, hit it from 25 yards, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was a proper goal. Wow, that's a great debut, isn't it? He also played well. I think it was man of the match.
Yeah.
Was he? Oh.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was. Defensively, he was good. Passed the ball forward a lot. Yeah, he was good.
Chelsea just picked up where they finished off last season, to be honest.
Also,
brilliant performance.
Yeah. Also, Palace were kind of weak. They
look really defensive, which is weird. Because going into the latter bit of the second half, they started attacking more, and they looked better than they did basically all game.
Yeah. So exactly.
I think it's just because Vieira wanted to try have some stability for the first half, then try go for it in the second, and then when he's 2-0 down, I think he just
game over.
2-0 is not out the question, but
it's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea.
Just go and try.
Yeah, I thought it was from Pulisic's goal. I was like, this is wrapped up now. But because Palace didn't have anything offensively, nothing.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why he played Ayew. But Ayew just doesn't look good. Ayew hadn't scored out Stamford Bridge for 5 or 6 games now. I don't know why he played him. I think Benteke was on the bench, and he played Mateta up front.
Yeah, because Benteke, even if he's not scoring, if you're not gonna go short against Chelsea, which you don't really want to do because of the press. You want an option up front, and Jordan Ayew and Zaha, they're not going to hold the ball up well. Like, say what you want about Benteke, he's big and imposing in the air, so he can go up against a Rudiger, and then he can probably get a couple of the balls and get some second balls for the team around him to try and push the team up. On Saturday, they just launched it up, and there was no hope for Ayew to grab a hold, so Chelsea just got the ball right back.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Palace fan because they got.
No, it's way too early to judge them.
Like,
It was only Chelsea, so you can't really expect much from them.
Chelsea away as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
Plus, Eze and Elise is still out as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
So they got Brentford this weekend.
They have to do that.
I don't think they'll pull the trigger on Vieira. I mean, they did wait 7 games for the ball.
Yeah.
It's the worst manager in Premier League history.
I don't know how anyone could do worse than the ball. The ball was so bad. It was awful.
I think give Vieira the time, he'll pull off not a miracle, but he will do well for Palace.
You do it, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope he just doesn't be too defensive though.
I think I'm pretty sure for the old team used to be offensive like Nice, isn't it? Used to be an offensive.
Yeah,
team.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it didn't work out for him, did it?
No, definitely not.
All right, on to the next game of the 3:00 kickoffs. Watford surprise victory against Villa, 3-2.
That was a really good game. I think it's mainly a Saul with them, but definitely for me, man match. I watched that game.
Yeah, I saw he was good.
Yeah, Saul was good.
Saul was really good. I think they need
Emmanuel Dennis as well.
One
goal and an assist.
They made good signings. Like, even the one that came off the bench and scored.
Cucho.
Yeah.
He was
like a minute after or so.
Yeah, he was. That goal was good. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a good goal. He got it from the corner of the box. To be honest, a lot of the goals on Saturday, screamers. But you'd be like, oh, that was a goal. Oh, no, that was a goal. No, that was a goal.
Yeah, this opening weekend was really good for goals, especially like a lot of bangers.
Yeah.
Goals. I'll just say with the Watford game, Aston Villa were kind of weak in midfield. It's the same pivot. Was it the same pivot? McGinn? No, it wasn't. It was McGinn and was his name Marvelous Nakamba?
Nakamba, yeah.
Yeah, that pivot doesn't work. I think Villa need to upgrade in that midfield. And plus, was it Bailey?
He didn't start the.
He didn't start in it. He came off the bench.
Yeah.
Got an assist, you know.
At least
yeah, so I think when he comes to the team, Danny Ings, Traore, Wendia wasn't that great against Watford. I think it was kind of.
I mean, it felt like they were sort of lacking when they were going forward.
Yeah,
they were good playmakers, but it's like it sort of felt like they weren't taking the chances properly. Because obviously they got Ings up front. Ings did score a penalty in the 97th minute, though. They just weren't taking the chances properly.
No, they weren't good at all.
I think you'll get that, considering last season they did past the Grealish and it'll take some time for them to cohesive attacking.
Yeah.
I don't predict them to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Where do you guys think they'll finish the Villa?
I think they'll still finish top half. I don't think there's anything to worry about at the moment, innit?
11th, 12th. That's what I think.
No, maybe slightly higher.
I mean, I feel like they'll push for European spots. They were good enough last year. They're good enough this year.
Yeah, I just think that Grealish, they're gonna miss Grealish a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't know how good Bailey becomes because Bailey is definitely he's a direct Grealish replacement. Even though the CEO said that he actually made 4 signings to replace 1. Because
Buendia is a good signing, to be fair.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's definitely a signing. I think it will just take time to gel. It's not. I don't think they'll nothing too worried. I can't be worried about that. And Dean Smith, I'm not quite sure about him as a manager still. I ain't confident if that was because Dean Smith looked like he relied on Grealish a lot. Like just passed to him and hope.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not really a fan of him.
I mean, who would they get though? Because if they do get rid of Dean Smith, it just seems like they'll just promote Terry to manager.
Okay, it's better to keep Dean Smith. It's better to keep Dean Smith though. Imagine John Terry as manager. What was he?
John Terry leave in the summer.
Yeah, he left. Yeah, he left.
But yeah, I mean, he knows Villa though, doesn't he?
He'll probably come back.
They'll bring in Big Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
All right, on to the final 3:00 kickoff on the Saturday. Everton 3-1 up, or 3-1 win against Southampton.
Yeah. The
Southampton took good chances coming at the start of it. Everton was silly in defence. Michael Keane, the goal shouldn't have been a goal. Michael Keane was holding up the ball too long in defence. Armstrong, pretty good goal for his first game.
Yeah, as debut, innit?
Yeah.
I think he should have got 2.
Then the second half came and Everton the quality took over really.
Yeah, the
Kore's goal was quite good. Did you see it?
Yeah. But it looked weird because he was like, you know what he was doing, and they just hit it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Very confused. I'm like, what is this guy doing? And then he just banged it. I'm like, wow. And Richarlison, he showed his quality. He crossed it in, Cavalier in. That's Cashman.
Richarlison goal and assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about Southampton. They made Richarlison.
Yeah, they made him look good. He's not that great. But Southampton got bare plays. They lost bare plays, didn't it? Like that.
Yeah.
Made no sense from one.
Ings.
Do you think they'll make any other signings? Do you think it's done for Southampton in the Premier League, really?
I still think they need it.
Probably.
They need a forward. A winger. Walcott's rubbish.
They need
Redmond can get you like 5 to 8 goals in the league max. And then the striker they got, we don't know how many goals he can score. He's not Danning's level, so they need definitely goals.
Unless Che Adams steps up. He did get an assist, but he did miss a few chances, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Che Adams. I just feel that he's good at holding the ball up and all that, but he's not. Southampton should be aiming to be around Villa's level. Squad-wise, like they're not there yet. They should be there.
Yeah, but for seasons and seasons, Southampton just seemed like a stepping stone.
Yeah, to like bigger teams, which makes sense. But when they're selling, who did they sell Vestergaard to? Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Leicester. They sold. And Bertrand left on free to Leicester as well.
To be fair, it makes sense.
They're in positive, spend as well. They've sold 50 and they brought players in for 30. That's just typical Southampton. That's why Arsenal have, because they haven't spent or backed him at all throughout the time that he's been here. They haven't in a while either. I remember they used to have a very good squad, and then half their team went to Liverpool, and the other half went to China. So.
On to the late kickoff on the Saturday. Liverpool went riot in Norwich, beat them 3-0. Pretty good showing.
Undeserved.
I'm not happy with the defending from Norwich. I'm not happy with the defending from Norwich. That was awful.
What did you expect?
Because Salah made like a weird. I don't know if it was a good touch or a bad touch. Technically speaking, it's a good touch because it led to an assist. But
that
was a complete
accident. It's probably it was an accident.
And then somehow the guy was on the floor. I'm like, what are you doing on the floor? And then bang, Jota, goal. From then on, it was game over.
Yeah.
Norwich, they looked toothless. Campbell tried a little bit. But...
They did have that chance at the end, but Alisson's goated.
Yeah, I was good save.
Made a great save.
Do you not see Salah's chance? I think it was the first half when it must be Mane who crossed it in.
Yeah, Mane crossed and he volleyed.
Yeah.
I would have been
if that went in.
Because it reminded me of the one against Everton from last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I got fantasy points. Then he missed and I was sad. But he got, what, 2
goals? His goal was good.
Yeah, a goal and 2 assists.
His goal was good.
5-5 in opening days for Salah.
Record breaker.
He's cold.
5 season wonder.
Yeah, 5 season wonder.
Yeah.
Who called him that, though? I keep hearing this. Who called him a first season wonder? That's dumb.
It was you.
I don't know, it wasn't. I don't know why would I even say it.
You can't do it, Christian.
I didn't say anything. I didn't rate it.
All the stuff.
None of us said it. I'm saying like you said it. Like,
No.
you were saying it was like pundit or something. Like, you called him a one-season wonder.
I think it's just because he never hit. He never showed like 32 goals a season type quality before. Like the season before, I think he got 18 for Roma. But everyone was just like, he's just another Michu. And then he went and got another golden boot. And then everyone started saying,
you can't score 30 goals and get called Michu. Some of these pundits.
You call him Salah, it's fine. Oh, what on? It's only 30.
Yeah, Salah in open days, he's different gravy. For me, he's going to be golden boot winner. I said that. Actually, I think someone
probably be Greenwood
extension now, isn't it?
Hopefully. Huh?
Who was that?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, Salah and Henderson.
Oh.
Yeah, all the ins and O's are saying, yeah, Henderson signed, Salah's signing soon, which is, what we want to hear. But I think his agent came out as well, and he was like, said something to the effect of, show them, like,
show some ambition
leaders or something. And then James Pearce was like, oh, I don't think his agent needs to come out and say that. Shut up, James Pearce. I hate you, right? Clearly his agent does, because you guys still haven't offered him a contract extension. Don't piss me off, all right? I hate you. You FSG huge. Army prick. I don't know why I follow him, prick.
What do you think of Tsimikas? I think Tsimikas played really well.
Good replacement for Robertson, yeah.
Yeah,
Backup, to be fair, he was really good in attack.
Oh, he was good though.
I think going forward he was fine. He actually shoots and his shots are on target, which is a big change for Robertson. He just goes for like 20 yards scream. And I think it's his first Premier League game. I'm not going to go all in for him, but you can sustain the levels for 90 minutes. And then you see that with James Milner, where like 30 seconds earlier, James Milner tried a scoop turn, lost the ball, and then tried to foul the. Like, don't be slapping anyone, Mil. I'll slap you. I'm not having this. Don't go after Costas. Just you lost the ball as well, you cheeky crap.
Well, let's see how he does against Chelsea in a couple of weeks. If he's
what's Liverpool's next game?
They've got Burnley, and then the week after they got Chelsea.
Oh, I can't wait for Chelsea Liverpool. That's a proper test.
Hey, Robertson's back in training, so you never know.
Already? Oh, for God's sake.
Do you think there was any promising signs from Norwich? I know there was some signs. So there was some parts of the game where we tried to play too fast and then just lost the ball and we were on our back foot for a bit. Norwich did attack quite well, but then nothing came out of it.
I'm not really.
I like their winger, Rashika. He looked good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even
he was the Bendy replacement.
Yeah, he was going after the fullback. I liked it. Very old fashioned. I'd love to see.
Yeah. It was good to see him. It was good to see Keita and Mata play basically a full game without getting injured.
Keita looks class though, to be fair. I think he's probably better than Thiago.
Oh yeah.
Where is Thiago?
Oh my god.
Is Thiago even like?
I think he was he wasn't chosen for the game because he just come back from holiday and stuff, innit?
Okay.
Maybe he'll feature against Burnley, but I
hold on.
Probably
don't expect
maybe
him to
Chelsea.
start.
Wait, Thiago came out holiday recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think he came back from holiday
He came
a
back,
week or
but
so
he came
ago.
back good.
For me,
He
that's
said he was carrying an
terrible.
injury over the summer during the World Cup as well. So we're like, considering last season, we're not going to rush anyone. That's why he didn't. I don't think he played any preseason games, and they're just trying to. That's why we had the new look midfield with Ox, Milner, and Keita. There's no point pushing anyone that doesn't need to be pushed.
Yeah. Yeah. So Thiago was just lacking match fitness. Henderson's out with an injury. I don't know when he's going to be back. I know he played a half an hour, I think it was, against Osasuna.
Yeah.
And then Curtis Jones, I think, should be back next week. He was out with a concussion. And Robertson, we know, has got an ankle injury, Achilles injury. So I don't think they're rushing him back because there's no point to. But I think Thiago will be back. I think he should be back for the Chelsea game, minimum.
Yeah,
Shelby,
Bad.
Even if it's just on the bench, I think he will be back for the Chelsea game.
I just don't want to see them midfield against Chelsea.
What was that?
It was awful. It was so good. But it wasn't awful, but I don't want Milner there, and I don't want.
Fabinho should be there. Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho will probably play that. Shouldn't
I think Fabinho will be back against Burnley.
he? Oh,
Even if Klopp takes him off for like 75 minutes. He should be back against Burnley. He did come on at the weekend.
yeah.
What was the next game? It was
Newcastle 2, West Ham
That was
4.
a sick game.
Nah, I have a problem with that game because everybody was getting.
I don't think the penalty was a penalty.
No, I don't think it was penalty either.
I don't think it was a penalty either.
Mm.
What's he supposed to do? He's going for the ball. He puts his leg out because he has to go for the ball, and then the guy falls over, and it's suddenly a penalty. And I thought they got justice when he missed it. And Suchek came because all the Newcastle players are just lallying around.
See, you know, scored twice. You check.
No, the first one was Cresswell.
Yeah.
No, you just
The
the
first one
once.
was, yeah.
Oh, but Mikel Antonio picked up where he left like from last season.
Yeah, that goal was good. His goal.
So did ASM. Alan
St. Maxima.
Oh,
He destroyed
he-
Rice
so
there.
cold.
Are you sure? I don't think he destroyed Rice. I think Rice stood on his feet the whole time, and then Maximin.
As if he did
could
turn
be
in
anybody.
there.
No, but like he knew like he'll beat me for pace.
He
so
was just too slow, right?
Yeah.
No, but he could. But
He-
no, but
He let
Max
the
could do that
great
to anybody. He could do that to Casemiro. He could do that to Kante. I think he could do it to any DM or
Fabinho.
100%. He could do it. He's too quick. Like,
He tried that against Fabinho. He got floored.
Yeah.
We'll see this season, innit? We'll see this season.
say Maximin, he could beat you 1v1. He could do it to anybody. But everybody was overreacting. Like, it was all Rice rubbish. I'm like, it's harsh. Yeah, he's not £100 million worth, but that's not his fault. Like, that's what West Ham value. I think he's like around 70 million. But the way people talk about Rice, Declan Rice.
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
getting slandered a lot though. Like, people saying, "Oh, why can't you stop Maximin?" I'm like, you can't. Like, you just have to rate the skill. He's too fast. Like,
Yeah.
say Maximin, you can't beat him for like 1v1. He will beat you for pace easily.
And you think one of the top sides should go for him? I.e. Arsenal. I mean,
He's a top side.
Right.
I think
Or
Leicester.
top-
should go for him.
yeah, Leicester will be good.
Harvey
Even
Barnes,
Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, maybe.
Even
I
the
think
right.
Because what's his face? Bergwijn. You'll get
Oh,
him
yeah, they
later.
got him there. He's shit.
He's not good.
We'll get onto that. We'll
We'll
get
get
to
onto
the
that
Spurs
next.
game.
But like,
Ben
yeah,
Rama and Antonio link up.
Yeah.
Ben Rama assisting the goal, Antonio assisting the goal, though he did miss the penalty. They played pretty well, West Ham.
Yeah.
that was sick though. Because I think was it 2-0 to Newcastle, wasn't it?
No, it was 2-1 at half time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking,
2-1.
I think
2-1.
West Ham came out of the traps quick. Ben Rama was the one that took over the show. Really, I think he was the most creative.
Yeah.
Cresswell helped from the left hand side. I think basically West Ham picked up from where they left off from. So they don't really.
Yeah.
I did. I need Lingard. They don't really need Lingard.
Do you still think they need him now?
Nah, they will still need it maybe. Like just
I
to
think-
keep it.
They should
I
take
think
him
they should
for-
push for him.
Yeah.
For 25
Even if
minutes.
it's 25, 30.
25 minutes.
It's
Not
good
hard, not much.
business for us, but it is good for quality for them, innit, to take.
I wouldn't expect him to be an Ole's plan unless he has the whole B team sorted out.
Nah, it's not. I don't see it.
Then
Van der
the
Beek's
beat the first choice.
Van der Beek's ahead of him. Yeah, Van der Beek's ahead of him. And Hannibal, even the youngster Hannibal was ahead of him too.
Did you guys see Twitter? Everyone was like, Steve Bruce is making Newcastle play better football than Arsenal. And then he got piped 4-2 and everyone realised this is still Steve Bruce. He's also statistically one of the worst managers in Premier League history. He just fails upwards consistently. And I don't know how he's still got a job. But I do. Mike Ashley is cheap.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
like last season to buy him out was like 4 million. And he just didn't want to pay it.
For him, I would pay a fiver, let alone £4 million. Oh my lord, terrible.
I don't see Newcastle improving. I can't. They just looked outnumbered all game. Well, second half mainly.
They're not good at it. But their midfield, man, Shelby and Isaac Hayden,
Yeah.
you know, Shelby, he's touched them up here. Right? He can be so good. Then, but like Isaac Hayden is just a workman. Like, I get they've got Willock and they'll have the Longstaff boys, but have they really improved? Not that much.
I think they need to let go of this John Shelby guy now. It's time to move on. How many years are they going to keep playing this John Shelby guy in the field? Like,
Steve Bruce. He loves him for some bloody reason.
I think he's good. Like, he's just so... You can't rely on this guy. Like, he'll just do something stupid in the season, but then he'll cover up with a goal from 30 yards. And 10 games later, he won't be there. That's John Shelby's career. Time to move on, man. They can get like a young midfielder, build around him. Even the youngster they got, what's his name? Sean Longstaff? Oh no, Matty Longstaff.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Matty Longstaff's good, but Sean Longstaff, I'm not quite sure about him. But they can get like a midfielder next to Matty and then work together. Because this John Shelby guy, it's just been like 7 years with Newcastle, isn't it? He's been there for time.
I don't think 7 years because he was at Swansea as well, isn't it?
Oh, he
Yeah, I
did,
forgot about that. But he's been there for long. You feel like
Yeah.
so it is. But yeah, but Newcastle, I picked them down. I picked them to get relegated. I think. Did I pick them?
I don't want them to go down, but they're not really helping.
Yeah, I think they will.
Alright,
Actually,
on
Joe
to-
Willock there, maybe not. They got goals, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he was good for them at the end of last season.
Yeah. Joe Willock was really got 9 goals. Like that's I think that's
Yeah.
record for his age group.
All right, on to the big game of the weekend. Tottenham
And City.
beating City 1-0. City now 4 losses away at Spurs in 4.
They can't handle Tottenham. The Tottenham.
Yeah,
can't
even
handle-
without Kane.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola calling Tottenham the Harry Kane team.
Yeah, and then losing
Yeah.
to the Harry Kane team without
They
Harry
lost,
Kane.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when Harry Kane, like, he doesn't really play against City at home that often. I think it was like 3 games.
Yeah, he hasn't played
Yeah,
all
he
of
played. So that Harry Kane team beating you without Harry Kane is funny.
And now he wants to become the Harry Kane team.
Yeah, he wants Harry Kane desperately because they got no striker, and then they can't keep running this false 9 thing because Chelsea are serious. Liverpool,
Yeah.
Van Dijk and Matip and Luis not back. And Man United got Varane, Sancho, on top of a new Greenwood's getting a year older. All these players that United have, so you can't keep running this false 9 thing. And Gabriel Jesus is clearly not rated. What's his name? Ferran Torres up top. That's not going to work throughout the season.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not a striker.
He's just
They
not a
need a striker.
No way. He's definitely not a striker, yeah. Grealish, he wasn't good at all, was he? Like,
Tanganga though. Did you not see him?
Tanganga was
you
brilliant.
know what? Tanganga, he was brilliant. I think he got one like straight for the first minute, I think. He got on to Sterling. Bang. And
Yeah.
Sterling didn't want it. If he told Sterling did not want it, he's like, yeah, today's going to be a long day. And Tanganga locked that the whole, his right hand side up. He locked it up completely. That was brilliant. He was definitely the man of the match. Son, obviously, I think we all can say he's the most clinical forward in the league.
Who's on?
Yeah, he's definitely. the
He's
most-
one of the best finishers in the league.
Yeah.
that goal was quality. Even though we could
Yeah.
say Ruben Diaz, like what was he doing? Like he was on the floor, diving. I don't know what he was trying to do.
I see he's obviously trying to stop the ball from going, but it wasn't useful at all.
The way he was doing, I'm like, yeah, what are you doing here, Ruben Diaz? Like that was stupid.
He's just slide tackle merchant, mate. All he does is tackle and post.
Always on the floor.
I don't even think City have scored at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They need a name for that, by the way. We can't keep calling it the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Just like sell the rights to someone, please. Honestly.
Yeah, just give it to a
I know.
company.
You know what? Yeah, City don't need a striker. I'm not hearing this. They have the most expensive squad assembled ever, in their first 11 and their bench. If they needed a striker, don't spend 100 million British. I'm not giving Pep. You don't need a striker. No, you don't. You've got Gabriel Jesus as well. You've got De Bruyne that can play the full song in there. I refuse.
And Foden.
Well, kind of like, he doesn't need a striker. We need a flipping midfielder. The United need a DM. He doesn't need a striker. He would have spent $1 billion. You know how mad that is? Spend more on his football team than other countries spend on their country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
900 million like that squad cost the match day squad against Tottenham was 900 million.
Yeah,
The bench was like
most expensive.
400. So I'm not trying to
Wasn't
hear.
it the
bench
most
was at least
expensive in?
350 or something.
Yeah, 350 and 900 for the starting 11.
That is
350.
crazy.
Walker,
Really
Walker,
bring
De Bruyne.
players.
Yeah,
Mora, Lloris, Tanganga, brilliant for Tottenham.
yeah. Lucas Moura,
I thought-
he carried
Very
the ball far.
Yeah, because they didn't have any other real ball progressors. So, because I think Bergwijn and Son bottled all of their dribbling opportunities. So he had to carry the burden to try and link the midfield and the attack, and I think he done that really well.
Yeah,
Bergwijn, his shot. Look, he needs to realize.
was-
I don't know why he went for the top corner. He needs to realize you either chip it or you try to go through the keeper's leg.
Cross goal.
Right?
Yeah.
All cross goal. You never try to curl it into like that corner because it's the most low percentage shot that you can go for there. He's so he done that against Liverpool like 4 times as well. He's so dumb, man. Like Son is cold, and then you got Bergwijn. Like Son, just teach him some tricks, please. Bring your Korean father. This guy is wash.
I
Unbelievable.
thought
And
all
Kane
game, like
come back.
whenever Tottenham were going to counter, just open City up too easily.
Yeah, exactly. It was like every time like they broke forward. Like Fernandinho was like out of position. Like, you never really see Fernandinho out of position. So I was thinking, Tottenham were just running the same offense basically. Like they were just going forward. Bergwijn, Moura, Son, transitioning it well. I think City couldn't handle it. They had no answers back. Like I think they tried to sub on Zinchenko, was it? Because Mendy, by the way, speaking of Mendy, he was terrible. Oh, Mendy was terrible.
Do you guys remember when someone said Mendy's better than Robertson?
Wait. It was Barry. I was like 4 years when he first came in.
Even 4 years ago, he was.
Yeah, still.
Whoa, no, the first 10 games of Mendy, he was brilliant.
Exactly. You're using a sample size of 10 games to justify an opinion. That's
no, but at that time he's better.
lot,
even you agreed though. At that time, the first 10 games,
No,
Mendy was the best.
I know. I disagreed.
Wait, you didn't think that the first 10 games Mendy was not the best left back in the league?
No.
That's because
The
there
first
was
thing
not really any good defending left backs then.
His first 10 games, I remember he was just putting crosses in. Everybody had him in their fantasy team. He was just putting crosses in for fun.
I didn't.
I didn't either. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember Favour did.
6 million for that.
I remember Favour did.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's why Favour won that year.
Exactly.
Wait. No, Usman won that year.
No, it wasn't that.
Yeah, that was 17-18. I remember that. He won when Salah went.
Was it not 18-19 as well?
No, 17-18.
Because 19-20.
So sure.
So you won 19-20 then? Was it you?
I'm pretty sure. Look,
Yeah, you won. You won.
I'm pretty sure 18-19 was Usman. 19-20 was you, I think.
I'm pretty sure 17-18 was Usman.
That was Favour.
Because Favour won 18-19, and then I won 19-20, and then Favour won last year.
Favour won twice. But anyways, though, I wasn't gonna say Mendy, yeah, but Mendy is at that time. He definitely was one of the best.
We're talking too much about FPL, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But still a topic about Mendy though. Mendy was at that time one of the best in the league, definitely.
Well, for 10 games, basically 2 months.
Yeah, but we'll judge it on the
first month. He's been the best left back for the past 12 months. But
we're not talking about We're talking about Robertson and Mendy at that time. Not obviously now it's silly because Mendy got 2 knee injuries. He can't stop, and he's now rubbish now. But
yeah.
If you have 2 serious knee injuries,
social media manager.
Yeah, he's just what do you call himself? Chart team. We're rubbish. Just sell him. I think it's time to sell Mendy. They need a left back actually. If City needs something, they probably need a left back.
Forget that, bro.
100 million on Dina.
Yeah.
The price for like 80 million on Dini or something.
Alphonso Davies.
Or like 100 million on Alphonso Davies. Something stupid.
Yeah, or Luke Shaw.
Probably get Nuno Mendes. But City for me, they had chances in the beginning.
Yeah.
Sterling.
What was that?
Yeah, but as I was saying, they had Sterling chance, and then Grealish had took a shot. he's not he can't. He's not really a shooter. That he always wants to dribble first and
Yeah.
pass first. He's not really.
You had the Mahrez as well.
Yeah.
Where he tried to volley into the bottom corner. What a fraud.
But I think City. They'll obviously, I'm not gonna say that they're not out of Tyrese already. It's too early.
It's only game one.
Exactly. From like
Yeah, they'll be
December. From
Alright,
December.
surprised. That.
Should we do our team of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So who should you start with in goal?
Yeah, who do you have in goal?
Michael.
Alisson didn't need to do anything until he made the big save at the end. Kept the clean sheet. Alisson, what a guy.
I've got Lloris in goal.
fuck off. Lloris. Alright, Lloris, alright, cool. Because you get the clean sheet against City, it's reasonable. But not Alisson. He didn't do anything.
That's the whole
You might as well
point.
throw it
He
to
didn't need. Excuse me, he conceded. We can't have keepers that conceded in our team of the week when there's others that get the clean sheet. I'm sorry.
Alright, but it's not Alisson. Alright, Lloris, cool. Put him in Lloris.
Between Lloris, Alisson, or the Brian keeper. I'm going for Lloris.
Alright, the only one who didn't go Alisson was Aslan. Cool. What about our defence?
Oh, I know where to start. Right back. I think Tanganga.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm 300%. Chalobah, centre back.
Yeah.
Him and who else at centre back?
Lindelof.
What's his name? What about the guy from Brentford?
I put
You know what?
Travis and Sanchez as centre back.
He's actually really good to you. But I want to put like Lindelof because he got like class assist and he was class.
Oh,
Lindelof.
oh, for Bruno's goal. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I thought that was Maguire at the time. I was like, fair enough, Maguire. And I kept like, oh my god, Lindelof, what's he doing?
Yeah.
No, Lindelof was really good at him though. He was. I think he saw like a Varane announcement. I said, "Let me step up." But Lindelof, I thought he was.
I swear he's made passes like that before though.
Yeah,
That's
Rashford,
really-
Did
I think he
didn't
has.
do
Yeah,
that?
he's a good player.
United.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. Sheffield United, the one to Rashford.
Oh yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Well, Lindelof is
Chris
my-
had him in his hands.
So Christian, did you have a centre back to Chalobah?
I was thinking the Brentford guy, Pinnock.
Oh, that's good. Shot.
Yeah.
That's a
He
fair
played really
shot.
well.
You know, I back that shout. I like
And then
Brentford.
left back.
So T for Pinnock then.
Left back, I put Alonso.
Yeah,
Yeah,
London.
I agree.
Reserve
yeah,
for his
man.
free kick.
Free kick was cold.
Wait, what about
Even though
Sergio
he's
Canos?
a murderer.
What about Sergio Canos?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
obviously
You
did
know what,
score, but
I'm giving Sergio Canos
Alonso's-
because I'm giving Sergio Canos because Alonso, you expect Alonso to, you know what I mean? He might be there soon. But Canos in Brentford,
You know what?
So
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
giving
putting
Sergio
Canos there just because I don't want a murderer in my team of the week.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
do
go
that.
midfield. It's quite easy.
Drive
midfield.
safe.
What formation we doing? Because I got a 4-3-3.
Let's do 4-3-3.
We'll just stick to that.
Alright. 3 centre mids.
Alright, Bruno and Pogba.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Bruno Pogba.
I got
Yeah.
Bruno, Pogba, Benrahma.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
Although wait,
That's
I'm
fair.
sure some midfield.
Surely there should be another one
Decore.
instead of. Nah,
Everton won 3-1.
probably Benrahma.
Decore is a good
Yeah,
shout.
who-
Put in an outside
Oh,
shout
fuck
for
him.
Dele Alli. I know he didn't
Yeah.
create a lot, but he ran his socks off. I think he's run like 11 kilometers. He was very good, I think, in just
Really good.
holding Man City. I like Dele Alli.
It was top.
Fair enough. That's a shout, to be fair.
For them, Dele Alli or Decore or Benrahma. Who's it?
I'm gonna stick with Dele Alli.
We can all have
My
different
shout.
ones, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll say Dele Alli too. Let's line up.
Yes.
What was that?
Right wing.
Salah.
Salah.
Salah. Yeah, Salah.
Up front, I'll
Give me
go
a second, guys.
Antonio as well.
Up front. Oh, what's the pretty sure.
Wait, who
Even
did
though
you
he
have
missed
as in centre mid? Sorry, so it's Bruno, Pogba, and who was the third one?
Benrahma or
Lee.
Allah.
Okay. And the right wing, Salah.
Yeah, Salah. Right.
Yeah.
Left wing Son.
What did he do? Oh, he scored a goal. Two assists. Goal.
I'm going for left wing Son.
Okay. Cool.
And up top.
Antonio. I thought he'd play well.
So Son.
Oh yeah, Antonio definitely.
Yeah, he got a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
Then
Greenwood's a good shout.
fantasy counting for assists because the.
Mason Greenwood's a good shout.
I think Greenwood over Salah's reasonable.
Nah.
Because
Salah
he did
got
score.
probably 2 goals or something like that.
I think
Yeah, but that's what you expect.
Christian. Thank you.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but Greenwood's a good shout. Actually, I'm going for Greenwood because of the overall. play.
Over who? Salah. Antonio.
Oh,
You have to give it to Antonio.
Well, Antonio got an assist.
And a goal.
and a
Greenwood got a
goal.
goal.
He scored the fourth one.
And he was involved in 2 of the goals. Greenwood. But he got a pre-assist. Plus, Leeds are harder.
Look, man, we can't be doing pre-assists when Antonio gets assists, man.
Antonio basically got them the third goal as
Greenwood's
well.
overall performance for me was. I really like Greenwood's performance.
What about
Just give it to
I like
Antonio.
his too, but I think Antonio's was better.
Yeah.
what about Dennis from Watford?
Oh yeah, his first goal.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good shout.
That's a good shout. I don't really.
He had a really good first game.
You know what? Because he didn't miss a penalty, I think I'm going to side with him. Can't be missing penalties when you're a striker, innit, MK? What Rashford did.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Rashford will be back soon.
Yeah, so
I'm going for Greenwood up top.
bias.
I'm being biased once. This is just I just thought he was
You
brilliant.
are biased. Just because you got tickets to the game, yeah.
No.
What about left wing?
Son.
Can we say so?
Yeah, son.
Yeah. What about manager of the week?
Manager of the week.
Give it to Oli.
What's his name?
Oh,
Brentford manager.
I'm drinking.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah, Thomas Frank.
You see
Yeah.
that moment after the game?
Oh, he's
They went
interview
to
as
that
well.
kick out. So beautiful, man. He deserves manager of the week just for that.
yeah.
Oh
fair
yeah, for
enough.
that. Yeah.
Tactically outclass Arsenal. But it's not hard to be fair, but
Yeah, it's not hard, but still, 2-0 win, very comfortable. Yeah. Now let's do board of it now.
What was that?
let's do prick of the week. How about that? Should we do that?
Oh yeah, Pep Guardiola. To be honest, we shouldn't do that because I'll just have Pep Guardiola for the
No, we
next.
can do a fraud of the week. We do a fraud of the week.
Yeah, let's just do fraud of the week. Why not?
Oh yeah, fraud
We
of the
give
week.
it to
Fine,
standard.
still Pep Guardiola.
Just give it to him every time they lose or
I'm
just
saying
drop points.
Guardiola or Ben White. 50
Oh,
million.
Ben White's good. I think Grealish should be up there.
Yeah, Grealish.
100 million, didn't
Pep.
get 4 assists. Didn't get a
Graham
goal.
Souness for me.
Yeah, Graham Souness.
Just give it to him. Forget it.
Let's get to Graham Souness.
Yeah.
That was terrible analysis. I can get paid over $500,000 a year to say to have run agendas. Like you might be the most partial. You have to be partial at all times.
Let's be real. Let's be real. A pundit is supposed to do that, but pundits never do that. They all have their own bias.
Yeah, but you have to, like there's one pundit that never does it though. Nick Richard doesn't do that much.
Doesn't do
He's
what?
the biggest Man City supporter around, bro.
But I mean, like as players.
Come on, man.
Player, like he doesn't run agenda on Salah or something. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Christian does.
Yeah. Yeah. So for fraud of the week.
There were
Souness.
pundits last season, not agendas. Oh, Salah Mane. They hate each other. They want to fight each other behind the scenes. Yeah, shut up.
They only just got you top 4. Yeah, just relax.
You're right. You finished third and we piped you 4-2 at your ground. Please stay quiet.
We finished above you, so
Like what? 1 or 2 points? You guys were 2-6.
it's still above.
This was your best season in what? In Jose's second season. This was our worst season, like 4. We only finished like what? 1 or 2 points behind you.
It's gonna get better.
Bro,
It's gonna get
he
better.
ate
Don't worry.
4 goals with a defense of Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. Allow it.
Botox.
Piss off about politics.
That manager will be actually. I can't actually. Let me not be harsh on you because
Say it
Yeah,
for
you're
time.
positive from now on so that you guys win every game.
Yeah, something positive. Let's be positive. We're gonna win the league. I'm joking.
All right. Well, that was a good roundup show. We'll be back, I think, Friday for the prediction show for the weekend.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This was a good episode, and we'll see you on Friday. Also, in our Instagram DM and probably in the bio for this, we are now officially on Spotify, which probably makes it a lot easier to listen to than to watch.
Yeah.
So please go to Spotify, follow us on Spotify for all the new episodes. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like, share if you can. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you.